Hey, beautiful soul. Welcome in for your weekly reading from May 30th to June 6th. Happy June this next week. I'm Joy Giovanni, Joyful Medium. I help people get clear messages and guidance from loved ones who've crossed over to the other side or from their own souls about their own lives. This week, we have got an interesting spread. It looks like there is some tension brewing. It looks like some of us are not so happy with the way things have been rolling out. So let's dive in because there are some messages and some caution that I really am excited to share with you. This first card is Page of Swords. Now remember, the Suit of Swords has to do with our mental energy, our intellect, our wisdom, right? And Page is often about next chapter opportunities. Maybe a new door is appearing for you, right? To choose from what's behind. But just know that Page sometimes in all of their excitement, Page of Swords particularly, all of its energy to get this new chapter cracked open, sometimes the wisdom, the information, the opportunities delivered by Page of Swords are a little rough around the edges. So pay no mind to the messenger this week, but make sure you're paying attention to the message. Make sure if an opportunity is coming your way, you're hearing it, you're vetting it out, and really not judging the source from which it comes, because it seems like we'll be getting some messages delivered in our lives in kind of messy ways. Sometimes the way it's said is truth delivered without tact. So just blunt or in a way that just feels a little rough around the edges, but the wisdom is still good. The opportunity is still good, just paying attention to what's for you. Now, this next card is a little bit of a caution. This Four of Cups has to do with just being aware that you're not having a little pity party and missing all of these new opportunities. This is also an opportunity coming from spirit, but this person's so focused, so fixated on what isn't working out the way that they'd hoped that they're missing opportunities, they're missing connection, they're missing relationships. So the caution here is to check in with that chip on your shoulder and make sure that you're not kind of annoyed at the world and missing the blessings, missing the benefits. It's okay to be realistic about what's going on in your life. It's certainly okay to be processing your feelings, but just know you don't want to be so focused on what's not working out, so frustrated with what you have been seeing coming your way that you're going to miss the opportunities. And this is also not just saying an immediate no if you're asked to go to an event or to come meet someone or even just to go to lunch. It's pausing, thinking about it, seeing why do I not want to go? Is it because I don't like engaging with these people, or is it because I'm just being a little bit stubborn? I'm just being a little bit strong-willed. I'm just over here floating in my pity party. So no pity parties this week, but processing the tough emotions as they come up. Now, some of this frustration is also explained in these next two cards about what might not be working out in the way that we had wanted or hoped or thought. This next card we've seen recently, this Knight of Pentacles. This is letting us know that the energy has been moving slow and steady, and some of it only behind the scenes. So maybe you haven't gotten that raise or promotion that you're due. Maybe that contract hasn't been paid in full yet to you. But know that things are moving slow and steady and coming into place. And this next card, the Chariot, is reminding us that the overall timeline of this year is going to feel slow then fast, then slow then fast, then slow then fast. And I know we had that same energy in the last part of last year. So just know that if there are things that you're frustrated with, feeling like it's moving kind of slowly, the payment's been delayed, that kind of a thing, just know that this quick energy is just around the corner. It kind of feels like we're living a little slow in the day-to-day and very fast in the overall energy, like we're on warp speed. Hard to believe that we are only, not even quite halfway through the year with how much has happened and how fast the energy is moving. But with this Chariot card, this is the card for Metatron, for those of you that like the archangels, and just knowing that we're being asked to manage and ground all of this energy as we're experiencing it so that we don't get, think of how much you have to balance when you're on a motorcycle or a bike, right? So that we're not tilted one way or the other, so that we can stay in balance, so that we can stay the course and really be seizing some of these opportunities, because this is a big solid opportunity opportunity. This is maybe a little bit of a lesser seeming opportunity, but lots of opportunities. And then one last caution for the week, this 5 of Swords card. So this is the bookend to this first card. And remember, swords, about our wisdom, about our intellect, about things going on in our mental world that definitely affect the physical world. But this 5 of Swords card can mean a few different things. And these are general energy checks. So the energy will be playing out in different ways in each of our lives. But just knowing with this 5 of Swords, really what's happening here is us becoming a little wiser, a little more aware of some things that are going on. Perhaps we've become aware that someone that we work with is passing the buck, right? Is not being honest, is not completing their work, and is kind of passing it along to someone else. Perhaps it's us that is frustrating other people, that is not being in integrity, that is not being in authenticity in whatever the situation is, and other people just don't want to engage in the same way. So there could be a stepping away this week, and it could be in our workspace. It could be in anywhere in our life. It could be an opportunity that's falling away. It could be just friendships that aren't resonating with you anymore. You don't want to have that fight anymore. You're not willing to be combative with this person anymore, or perhaps they're not willing to be combative in their own life and situations. So don't be alarmed if there are some people who are pulling out of projects, for example, some people who are falling off your schedule, canceling, some friends that are being distant. If they're an important relationship, reach out, have conversation. But if it's not necessarily a pivotal or like top 5 relationship, just know that everyone is restructuring their time, and there will be some stepping away, some recognizing, oh, our paths are not in alignment anymore. Our beliefs are not in alignment anymore. We don't want the same things. We don't believe the same about the world or this project or this decision that's needing to be made. And it's okay. Again, we don't need to cry over spilled milk. We don't need to be sad that people are stepping away. What we need to recognize is that even though it might feel uncomfortable, it's clearing the space to provide new opportunities for ways to spend our time, our mental energy, for ways to focus our creativity. So don't be alarmed if there is a little bit of falling away. 5 is often about change. But the thing I want to add in here is just because 5 is about change doesn't mean it has to have a negative connotation. Change is good. You know, leaves fall in the fall so that the tree can go dormant, so that we can have fresh, beautiful growth and flowers and fruit in the spring and summer, right? So all falling away is not bad. All change is not bad. Sometimes we need to restructure things. And remember, in this overall energy of the 9 year, we are all about restructuring and lining ourselves up for that next, segment of our journey that's going to start in the 1 year next year. So hopefully these heads up have made sense to you. If you have not already come to one of my free community healings, it's just a couple weeks away now. Go to the website joyfulmedium.com and you can sign up in the events section to come on live on Zoom with me. You'll also receive the replay and receive Reiki, energy healing, chakra clearing, aura clearing and balancing, and so much more. So I hope that you will come and receive some healing and calibration for yourself, totally free with my group. Big hugs, lots of love. Bye for now.